Hey Pillow Talkers, it's Nikki, here to do a video. If you look behind me, our little makeshift studio we're trying to get together. You know, Bargain Basement Productions, Andrea and Jacob, Sydney, they're out doing something, so I'm flying solo on this video. But anyway, that's fine, we'll get it together. Hopefully you like it and the things that we're gonna come up with. But anyway, I'm here today to discuss a serious topic that I have found a lot on Facebook and some inboxes to me about wives and not knowing who they are anymore. They have to find themselves, and they just don't understand what's going on. So the title of the video is Wives, Don't Lose Yourselves. When you met your spouse fell in love with certain things. Maybe it was your looks, maybe it was your brain, maybe it was your body, maybe it was, just your humor, whatever it was. There was a reason that your spouse fell in love with you. So that should let you know that you are worth something. Okay. Psalms 139:14 says we are fearfully and wonderfully made. Okay, God doesn't make any junk. He don't make any mistakes. When he looks at us, he sees a masterpiece because we are created in his image. So I say to you today, wives, know your self-worth. Know what you are worth. Know that in your mind that whatever your spouse was attracted to, and it might have changed over the years, and I'm not saying that, we get bogged down with work, we get bogged down with with children, we get bogged down sometimes with ailing parents, or just whatever it may be. There's things in life that have setbacks, and in those setbacks, we don't know where to go or where to turn to. But you should always remember to know your self-worth. Never get lost in the shuffle of marriage, in the shuffle of being a wife, a mother. Because at the end of the day, if mom is not any good, mom or wife is not any good, then you're not good to the family at all. For a long time, I didn't I didn't wear a lot of makeup, and now makeup's the craze, and I've been getting to it, and I loved it. And my husband said to me, he said, okay, well, if you're gonna get into makeup, babe, just please, can you not put off a whole lot of foundation? It looks like your face sliding off. Who says that? Face sliding off? What? Anyway, that's what he said. So, and I told Nathan, I said, Nathan, that, I don't like that. I just, like the enhancements of makeup. So, a couple of my friends got me into makeup, and now I love it. But I also know that I could take off this makeup and I could go minding my business, and I will be just fine and be okay. I want to make sure that I never get lost in the shuffle of my marriage. I know, and we should understand always that the husband is definitely the head of the household. You have God, and then your husband. We say that all the time. Johnson Pillow Talk is never going to vary from that. That is what, we, as in Johnson Pillow Talk and Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, we believe in God, spouse, and then your kids and everything else. But you want to make sure that, even though your husband is the head of the household, and then you might have Jimmy and Sally, you run here, you run there, you still want to make sure that you know your self-worth. You know that you can get out here and you can do a great job at work. If you're a stay-at-home mom, you know that your house is going to be taken care of and the kids are going to be taken care of. You need to make sure that even if you don't wear makeup, or you don't have a perm, if you're rocking a natural, you're rocking a fro, you're rocking a perm with weave, make sure that you rock that to the best of your ability. Rock that like you are wearing a $10,000 gown, and it might be a little purple muumuu, but rock that muumuu. You want to make sure that you know your self-worth. I know that for me, I'm very, you usually see me sitting down. For those that don't know me, I'm 6 foot tall, I'm loud, but I know that I have confidence to go and do what I need to do because I know my self-worth. I know my value. I know that my husband relies on me to do things at the house. I know that my kids rely on me. I know that what I bring to the table is worth more than scraps. You need to make sure that what you're bringing to the table is more than scraps. What you bring on whether it's on a plate or whether it's on a garbage can, it's not scraps. You're bringing what you can to the table. I always want to encourage people, find yourself, what do you wake up and say, oh, I'm so excited to do today? Or, oh, so excited, I'm going to be doing this in a couple of weeks. Wives, just because we're wives doesn't mean that we have to be, coddled down in a corner. Get your fingernails done, get your toenails done. Even if you do it yourself, make sure, you feel good about yourself. If you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you play good. Right on, Deion Sanders. So I totally believe in that. You don't necessarily have to have on the finest, but make sure that what you have, you think that it's the finest, and that you have self-worth. I don't ever want to. It hurts my heart when I hear that some women, their husbands, they put them down and they don't think that they are a certain way anymore. And, you're this, you might have gained weight over the years. I know I certainly have. But just remember, wives, that when you met him, he was attracted to something. So in that instance, then you need to stop and say, okay, self, what was he attracted to? And then sit down and say, okay, babe, you've given me a little shade, some little daggers here and there. What would you like for me to do? Is there anything specific that you would like for me to do? And if he says, well, babe, when we first got together, you did this, you did that, try to go back in your memory bank and pull those things out and say, okay, that's what he was attracted to. Excuse me. So, you want to make yourself look good and presentable for your husband. Okay. Sometimes, again, we're tired, we work, we're moms, we just don't have the time. But for the majority of the part, you should want to look good for your husband. I know when I get dressed or when I buy things, I usually buy things in my mind thinking, is Nate going to like this? Is he going to like this? If he's not going to like this? Now, that's not saying that even if he doesn't like it, I'm not going to buy it. He didn't like the color red, but I have some things that are red. But it's just the way that you rock it and the way that you present yourself. You want to just stand tall, walk down the street, walking down the aisles in the church, in the aisles of the grocery store. Stand tall, hold your shoulders back. Know that at the end of the day, we are still women. We're wives, but we are still women. We were born women. We are women. So, just to make yourself, like I said, look presentable. If you want to rock jeans and some Timberlands, that's fine. Just make sure that whatever you put on, you feel worthy in wearing that. Like I said, God has, we are fearfully and wonderfully made. He made us in his image. Okay. We all know the glory of God. So I'm saying, wives, and then, if you feel that you are, in a slump and things are not working, then try to maybe whip out a journal. Writing is very cathartic. I found that in doing the ministry, I come up with a lot of ideas, and doing that for me, for our marriage ministry, is very cathartic for me. And I've just so much enjoyed it and so much loved it. I'm a nurse by trade, but I really, really love doing this ministry. And, like I said, it disturbs me when I get emails, he puts me down. He doesn't think that I'm this, I'm that, you want to talk to him about it. Your husband can't walk around being a big old bully. He can't do that. But, talk to him sensibly and see, what it is that he wants or changes, again, we always say it's communication. Talk with him about it, have communication, also remember that we need to listen. We need to listen, not hear, but listen and process what's going on. And in the same turn, you turn around and you say, okay, babe, well, these things, A, B, C, and D have hurt my feelings. These things, B, C, and D, I just don't like the way that, you're talking to me. We are both, together. Again, it's 100 to make 200% in a marriage. So you have to make sure that deep down inside, your self-worth. Wake up in the morning and say, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am going to take my family to the next level. I want my marriage to be on the next level, whatever your next level might be, because you cannot stay stuck in the same place that you are in your marriage and think that it's going to move to the next level. It doesn't work like that. If you are stagnant here, you and your husband are stagnant here, but in your mindset, you want to go to the next level in marriage, you must portray that. You must think that to yourself. Whatever the next level for you is, there's different levels. People are at different levels. But, if, excuse me, if you want to do that, then that's some things that you need to say to yourself. Do some affirmations. Remember, in May, we're doing May Affirmation Month for spouses. But, just, be strong in who you are. Be courageous in who you are. Know that nothing that anyone, whether it's your husband, coworker, anyone, should be able to say to you to make you totally upset and devastated, because you know your self-worth. You know what you are bringing to the table. You know what you are bringing to the family. So I say to you, at the end of the video now is just, wake up and say Psalms 139:14. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. God doesn't make any junk. He doesn't make any mistakes, because he has made us in his image. So, if just get yourself together, wake up, don't lose yourself in the muddle and the hustle of the marriage, and in the muddle and the hustle of, being a mom. You have to have certain things that you want to do. If you want to go get your nails done, your feet done, if you like shopping, take you the 30 minutes, say, hubby, I just need to, run somewhere right quick, and I'll be back. But you want to make sure that, you have pride in yourself and what you are doing. I know a lot of us are career women. Take pride in being that career woman. Take pride in your job. And, if you're getting satisfaction there, that will radiate and bring it home. Again, you never want to be put down in any situation. And husbands, if you're going to watch this video with your wives, and I encourage you to do that, just remember that we as wives have feelings too. You as husbands have feelings too. So you need to work together. You need to work together. Love on your wife, feel on your wife, touch on your wife. You must do that, and don't forget, April 10th is our 7-day sex challenge, so it's coming up. But those type of things make us as women make us feel great, make us feel like, well, I do have some self-worth. He does want me. He is loving on me. He is touching on me. Okay, well then I can go on and do whatever. Those type of things make us as women feel so much better. Again, know your self-worth. Know your value. Know what you are bringing to the table is not scraps. If you're having some communication issues with your husband, sit down and communicate with him as adults. No screaming, no yelling, because if you're screaming, he's screaming, can't hear what anyone is saying. So talk about it. Write things down. Things that you write down, again, it's cathartic. It's therapy for you. But always know that before we were wives, we were women. We were born female. So always remember that. And I hate to say it like this, but just remember, he was born a man, you were born a woman. A woman. There's nothing in the woman category that your husband as a man can do. Okay, it's like staying in your own lane. Okay, so what it requires to be, godly, what it requires to be a wife, what it requires to be a mother. Those things. So those are things that he can't take away from you. He can never take that away from you. Okay. So just remember Psalms 139:14. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. I hope this video has helped you out. Inbox me anytime. I'm here to talk. I'm here to pray with you. Don't forget that we do prayer on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Look on Johnson Pillow Talk on Facebook for all the information. Also, you can follow us on our YouTube channel at Johnson Pillow Talk. And if you look at the one on YouTube, make sure that you comment, like, and share. Excuse me. And also, you can follow us on Twitter at JPillowTalk. So, for the wives, remember that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Nobody can ever take that from you. Keep that in mind. And with that being said, as always, keep that pillow talk coming. Bye.